Let's talk about beefing up your Google profile. Welcome to Role Model Business, a podcast to help you grow your business, especially in the martial arts world. I'm AJ Klingerman, a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu black belt, obsessed with helping you grow your business and your community.
And I'm Jennifer Risser, also a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu black belt, here to learn right along with you. And today we're talking Google profiles.
Yeah. So, look at Google however. There are definitely pluses and minuses about it. But as a business owner, people are finding you on Google, or at least that's the hope, that people are finding you. And so we want to kind of beef up our Google profile to try to be one of the top ones that it's suggesting.
Okay, so where do we start?
Well, first is with your name. Okay, so the name of your business. For example, ours is listed as Role Model Grappling, and then what would you call a slash that's like straight up and down?
Straight up and down line. I think it's like shift slash or something like that. So it's on the keyboard, it's above the slash on your keyboard.
Okay, so the line straight up and down. And then it says Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, kickboxing, judo. So already we're putting in the keywords of what we think people are looking for, and we're making it part of our name.
Okay, that's easy enough. This presumes you sort of have a Google profile.
That's true. All of this is about beefing up your Google profile. I kind of already assumed we had the start of one to begin with.
Okay, fair. But if you don't have one, create one. Sometimes you have one that you can go claim.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've zhuzhed up our name. What's next?
Yes. Well, start getting pictures on there. The stats show, and I don't know who did this research, but this was the information that I found. But the stats showed that profiles that have 100 plus pictures attached to it get 5 times more calls and 10 times more clicks.
Wow.
Yeah. So you want to really make sure you're adding a lot of pictures about the things that you're doing, about your community. Help people see themselves in your academy.
This might be jumping ahead. I don't know what our agenda looks like, but when people review your space, they can also post pictures. Mm-hmm. Do those pictures count in your 100?
So they don't count in your 100, but we'll get into reviews a little bit, and it's not that long of a podcast, so we could a little now.
I just wanted to make sure. So it's 100 photos that you yourself need to upload.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we do our name, we do our photos. What else?
Do you know that you can do posts on your Google profile like social media?
I don't think so. I know we run ads through it, but I don't know that I've ever done a post.
Yeah. So this is something that Google really recommends, is that you post on it kind of like you would a social media. So you're going to add more, pictures and content, but you're talking about events that are happening, sales that are happening, promotions, competitions, anything like that. You're posting on your Google profile in a similar manner as a social media.
How frequently should you be doing that?
I mean, really, the more frequently, the better. But I think if you're doing once a week, you're doing more than most people.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. But then people can look at it and kind of get more of a feel for you without going to your social media. Obviously, we know a lot of people are on social media, but there are a lot of people that refuse to have a Facebook or whatever. So this gives them the opportunity to kind of get to know your vibe and your business a little bit without having social media.
Yeah. Okay, so how do we do this social media type post on Google?
Yeah, you're just basically going into your profile and clicking on add update. Mm-hmm. And then it gives you the space to add a picture and add some words in there. And that's it.
Cool. Okay, so we're posting updates occasionally. We're zhuzhing up our profile. What else do we need to do?
Now we're really getting into the reviews, right? We're looking to actively entice people to do reviews. A good time to ask somebody is when something just happened, right? They just got promoted. They just won a big tournament. They're on that high. That's a good time to be like, hey, would you mind doing a review? Maybe talk about how we helped you prepare for this competition and post a picture with it of you up on the podium. Something like that, along with the review.
Another time could be maybe when people sign up.
Yes. Yeah. When they're like really excited and ready to go. Sometimes if people just come in to visit your gym too, right? Like they're in from out of town and they do a drop in. We don't charge for drop ins. And if they're like adamant that they want to like try and pay us or whatever, you could buy a shirt or something, or you know what, just leave us a review. Like let other people know you had a good time and that we're a good place to come and visit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So having pictures on there obviously is really good just from the consumer standpoint, but love it or hate it, AI does exist. People are using AI, and AI is looking at pictures, especially in reviews, as social proof, basically. So they're looking at that as visual proof for when AI is doing the recommendations for your gym.
Interesting. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Beef up your reviews. What else?
Okay. Also, in talking about reviews, I want you to reply to every single review, good or bad, within 48 hours. So 48 hours of the review being posted, you should get a notification that you got a review, and then you're going to reply to that. Now, talking about bad reviews, because they do happen, what I need you to recognize is that when you are replying to that review, you are not replying to speak to the person that left the review. You're replying to everyone that's going to read it. Okay. I know I've dealt with a lot of business owners that they get a bad review and they want to argue. They want to fight about it. But when people read that, they just read you as defensive and, maybe not somebody they want to work with because you seem volatile or whatever. I understand you want to stick up for yourself. But what you need to realize is it's everybody else that's reading it that's important at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. We had someone leave a bad review for us that had never been to our gym. Our response was, this man has never been here.
Yeah.
Or this person has never been here, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's more for everyone else. Like, we don't care what this random person said that's never been to our gym, and we're not going to win them over. It's letting everyone else know this person's never been to our gym before.
Also, if it's someone that you've had some relationship with, maybe it's worth having a conversation with them. I know this isn't about reviews, but it's about Google generally. I remember we had a guy that we liked and we really tried to work with, but we ultimately kicked him out because his behavior just wasn't appropriate for the gym in various ways. And he kind of knew it. It was like he kind of wanted to be kicked out almost. It was sort of a self-sabotage kind of thing. Yeah. And for whatever reason, he and I got pretty crossways, but he still really liked you. And so you reached out to him and asked him to change it or take it down. And he did one of those things because it's no longer up like that.
Yeah. Yeah. He had, when we told him he couldn't come back, wrote a really bad review. And I just reached out and I was like, I understand you're hurt and upset, but like the only person you're hurting with this review is me, right? I just kind of talked to him from that personal side. Like, this really hurts me and my business, and I think we're still cool, and he took it down. So I appreciated that. And we've run into him in public since then, and he's been totally cool.
He's been very nice. I always really liked him. It was just a hard thing.
Yeah.
Another thing is, if you do get a bad review, which it happens. I mean, we were just talking about a friend's business who owns like the best pulled pork in town, basically. It's Smoke and Barrel if you're in Indy. You should check them out. They're amazing. But they get bad reviews from competitors. It happens to everybody, right? Sometimes it's just you're the best in the biz and people want to tear you down. But you can sometimes use that as momentum to ask other people to give you reviews, right? Hey, this guy is trying to trash our reputation online. Can you guys, if you haven't left a review yet, please just, make a review for us because it'd really help us.
Yeah, that is a really good time to do it because then people want to stick up for you.
Yeah, they want to defend you.
And that often happens in the reviews sometimes, is that people start replying to it and sticking up for you. So that's really nice that happens. Obviously, if it gets out of hand, you want to kind of take back control of that because you want people to know, like, it's a nice place to train. We do appreciate that they're standing up for us, but sometimes they get a little overzealous in it.
For sure.
But yeah, having them do a review is really helpful.
Absolutely.
That's really good. So after they have given the review, if it's like a person that trains at the gym, make sure to thank them publicly in class. I've always heard it as like ask privately and praise publicly. So you're asking for the review, they did it, but you thank them in front of everybody else because the community acts as the community acts. So if it's just like, this is what the community does, we write reviews for each other and help each other grow our Google profile and grow our businesses, then that's what other people will do as well.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a great point.
And people like recognition. So,
Absolutely.
you know, they see this person get recognized and they're like, well, I want that.
Yeah, you could also have a little incentive for it, like a special sticker or something.
Yeah.
It's like, I voted.
Yeah.
I reviewed. People love a sticker.
Yeah. I love that, like a 5-star thing on it. And then like, I reviewed role model grappling. That's really cute. Another thing you can put on your profile is like a Q&A section. So think about the commonly asked questions that you get when people call you or text you or send in a form on your website. What are the commonly asked questions and how can you answer them in a way that makes people just feel comfortable coming in and not having to ask those first? Also, using keywords along the way that make Google little spiders find you first and put you at the top of the page.
Cool. What else? Anything else?
Just making sure that you have all of your like products and services written in your profile. If you sell gear at your gym, make sure that's in there. Not all gyms sell gear. So people that don't even train with you might come to your gym to buy things because they can't get it locally. And people do like to buy local and not just order stuff online sometimes.
Or they've got a tournament on Saturday and they don't have a belt or a gi or whatever thing they need.
Yeah.
Like that happens to us a fair amount where somebody needs a last minute belt or something.
Yeah. So make sure that that's on your Google page so that when people are searching for where can I buy a blue belt before Saturday, they can find you.
Yeah. You also can run ads
Yes.
through your Google profile. I don't know if that's this episode or not.
Well, I mean, you could talk a little bit about that because you kind of run our Google ads. Do you have anything to add to that?
Well, I'm no expert in Google ads, but it's pretty easy to use. You can run different campaigns, I guess they call it, that focus on specific things, maybe specific programs. You can look at specific demographics, and you can limit it just like any place you're advertising. You can limit your budget. I think it's pretty easy to use. So, since we're beefing this up, we might as well, be using ads alongside it because Google loves when you're paying them to do things.
They do. They really do. Well, it makes sense. They got to make their money somehow, right?
Yeah. Somehow. Every single way by selling your data and all the things and the stuff.
Poor Google. You have to figure out how to make money.
You're just so broke. Okay. Do we have a content corner piece for this week?
We do. So this is the idea that your gym or your business is a recipe and what goes into that recipe to make it successful, and then what the secret ingredient is. So, your secret ingredient might be, an amazing coach. It might be the community, whatever it is, just something that is like, here's everything we have. This is what makes up our great gym or academy or whatever, but our secret ingredient is you. Maybe it's saying that they're the secret ingredient.
That's cute.
Yeah.
All right. Subscribe to the Substack.
Yes.
Anything else?
If you're local to the Indianapolis area, my workshop will be tomorrow. So this comes out on Monday. My workshop's on Tuesday from 2 to 4 at the Witt Theater. And we're talking about creating a winning team. And if you aren't local to Indianapolis and would like the video of that, we can talk about getting you on the Patreon so you can see that.
Sounds great. Well, I think you know what we always say.
Yes, if you build it,
learn how to market it,
get referrals,
follow up with prospects,
offer a great product,
grow a community,
they will come. Now get out there and get it done. We believe in you.
It's the first time we've gotten that right in a while.
I know.